If you don't believe in yourself, then who will? It's $1 million question. Because we always, all of us want somebody to believe in us. Somebody to pick us up when we fall down. Somebody that's going to tell us everything is okay when it's not okay. And that person got to begin with you. It doesn't have to end with you, but it has to begin with you. If you don't believe in yourself, then who will? Your aunt, maybe a family member, a cousin, a spouse. All of that is secondary though. Because in order for them to believe in you, you gotta believe in you. I'm not saying you gotta have pom-poms and be your own cheerleader. Every time you make a play, you just clapping yourself on. I'm not saying that. But I am saying you gotta believe in yourself. In order to achieve whatever you want to achieve in this life, you gotta believe it's possible. It seems like it's always the trickle effect too. The trickle effect is like that drip drop, right? Imagine a bucket. You got a leak in the roof. Put a bucket down, right? Something just dripping, dropping in the bucket. Eventually, whether it's a week, a month, that bucket's going to overflow, and now you're going to have to pour that bucket out and get a new bucket, right? It's almost similar. Once you start believing in yourself, it's easier for other people to get on board. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's easier for people to see it in you. It's like, oh, okay. Next thing you know, your significant other is making you rice and eggs. And it's like, oh, that's because you showing up to the gym. Baby wasn't making you rice and eggs before. But now she is. Why? Because you started believing in yourself. At first, she was putting donuts in front of you. And I'm not saying like it's a food thing, because it's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anybody believe in you? Have you ever tried to convince somebody to do something? You know how mentally exhausting that is? Trying to convince somebody which route to take, why, all the reasoning. It's like, man, I might as well just do it myself if I got to do all this convincing. Same wavelength. It's on that same frequency. Once you start believing in you, once you start showing up for yourself, it's so much easier for other folks to start showing up for you. You done shot 1,000 shots at the park. You shot 1,000 shots at practice. Nobody is showing up for them shots at the park. Nobody's showing up for that. Maybe a couple of homies or whatever that's shooting right alongside with you, or just want to come outside. At practice, nobody's showing up. I mean, with the exception, okay, your aunt, your mom, you know what I mean? Your grandma. If you don't have family members, it might be a friend. But we all got somebody. And that's us. Gotta start believing in yourself. It just makes it so much easier for the world to then start believing in you. Your peers to start believing in you. Your bosses, your co-workers, your The list could go on and on and on and on. My mechanic just popped in my head. Even the mechanic gonna believe in you, cause it's like your mechanic seeing your growth. You was pulling up in busted 1988 Chevys, busted ones, and now you pulling up in 1999 Chevys, less busted. Now you pulling up in 2002 Chevys, just a little bit less, but the growth, it's that growth, it's that step by step. Was reading a book, it was about quantum leaps, and I always wanted to be that person that just takes quantum leaps in life. And then I realized that might not be for me. At least right now. That might not be for me right now. Or maybe it once was, and when I dig deeper into my life and reflect, I realize that I am that person who takes quantum leaps. But I like to think of myself as a step-by-step. It just feels better that way. The grind tastes better that way. And I'm not saying you gotta overdo to believing in yourself. When you believe in yourself, it's innate. It's this aura you carry, this confidence you carry. That doesn't mean you need to dispel it to everybody around you. Hey, you heard about this new project I'm working on? I would love some funding. I could give you a pitch. I could give you a one pager. Yeah, okay, great. Or you could just do it. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you could give me all the one pagers and all the pitches and all of that, or you could just go ahead and do it. I like doing it better. I like doing it better and then letting them double back. Letting them double back and being like, yo, how can I get in? Bet, okay, you could just, and it's like, I already got it mapped out. Here's the one pager. Let me give you the quick elevator spiel. Boom. And we're all on the same page. It's that it doesn't feel forced, like a forced transaction. It feels more organic. And that organic feeling, we love seeing that too, especially people of color. We love seeing that. We love seeing that organic flow. Even though we should love seeing all the work that it takes behind the scenes, but we don't necessarily like to see that. We just like to see the pop out with that Ferrari or pop out with that body and that chisel. As for 1,000,000 reps of the preacher curls, man, I'm not really about to watch that. I'm going to be real. But when you pop out with 22-inch biceps and you tell me, yo, you got to do a little preacher curl and then go to that incline bench and just do strict dumbbell curls, I'm for sure going to listen. What? But if you tell me that and you got your arms is my size, I might be like, I might look at mine and look at yours and be like, yup, good looking out. I might not never touch it. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? That's why change, everything starts innate. Everything starts internal. Even down, a lot of things in life are genetic too. Like my son, he talks about height a lot, and I tell him, all right, well, if you want to grow tall, you gotta sleep. You gotta sleep and eat good. Well, Dad, that's only 2% of it. The rest is genetic. And it's like, he might be right. I don't know the specific science behind it. I just know the old school science that One summer I slept. I slept that summer, and I popped out taller. And you know, of course, it's like it's not. It might not be the truth when it comes to scientific facts, but it's my truth though. And when we telling our stories and we looking at what impacted our life, we're going to go through our own experiences first, our own Rolodex first. Gotta believe in yourself and let it catch like wildfire.